Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Brittany. This is my channel, Be the Little Light. And if you are a returning friend, welcome back. I'm happy to sit in this sacred space with you, this sacred container. I treat it as such, as we are connecting energies and we are co-creating across time and space. So I want to tap in to the energy for you, for whoever this can most serve, for your highest and greatest good, and for the highest and greatest good of all. I want to be transparent that, anytime I do these readings, I am also in real time, just like you, working through things and doing my best to be in flow in the moment, and I just happened to press record. But if you're feeling like there's a lot going on around you, or you are overstimulated and feeling like you're trying to move forward even though there's so many distractions around, I feel you. I really do. We're here together, so let's, I have no idea which direction this is going to go, but I'm just trusting Spirit will lead the way. So let's get a general vibe check-in for what is the energy being focused on at this moment. As always, use your own discernment with these readings. You will know what's for you and what's not. Trust that always. So the focus right now is on you. It's on your vessel, your heart, your being. Tapping into your sacred portal of your heart. And when I see this, it reminds me of Mary Magdalene, the Mary Magdalene energy, sanctity, holiness, prayer, devotion, faith, unwavering faith, being so devoted to God, Spirit, all that is, and every moment just being devoted. Like I'm seeing her being so devoted, but when she is so devoted to all that is, to divinity, she is also completely devoted to herself, because she knows that she was made in love from source. And above all, she knows that is above all. And trusting that even if she doesn't know where to go, it's like, you see how this mosaic here, to me, this represents the light shining through, the light from the sun representing God, divinity, source. I feel like this is, even if I don't know where I'm going, I trust that I'm being led exactly where I'm meant to be, and that I will be provided with everything that I need in the moment. At the bottom here we have birch. I feel like, again, I keep getting this this push to go within, this push to be still with yourself. And when you're able to be still with yourself and tuning out, maybe less about tuning out, because you're not being asked to disassociate from the world. You are just being asked to tune in to yourself, to tune in to your heart space, to tune in to spirit. And that's that. This is the quiet, sacred space. This is where wisdom comes through. This is where you connect with ancient ancestral knowledge is what I'm seeing. Quiet time. And I just realized too, both of them have their eyes closed. And I feel like that's representing meditation. It's representing prayer. Because even though you absolutely can go into prayer or meditation with your eyes open, closing your eyes is more symbolic of your intention to go inward, your intention to hear the divine. And it does feel very quiet, and it is such a contrast to the energy that I was starting out with and experiencing in my outer reality as I was setting up the space, and even as I was starting this video. But it's like the moment that I allowed myself to be in flow and connect in with spirit, with the message, with the energy, things got quiet, externally and internally. And I feel like it's just by setting the intention, things rippled out. And that's representative. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor, and it's also literal. I feel like some of you are afraid to sit with yourself. Some of you, a lot of you, are afraid to be in silence. And I feel like because you are afraid to be in silence, it's hard to sometimes know to the core, thank you, of who you are. Because you are attaching so many of other people's projections, energies, frequencies that they are emitting from their different radio stations, and sometimes you're having a very hard time discerning what's yours. Who are you outside of what you feel you are being influenced to be? Okay. Some of you, your fears are... Yes. Some of you, your fears are being accepted as your actual authentic self, who you feel that you most identify as your core. You have a fear of this rejection. But it's not just rejection. Your fear of rejection goes so much deeper of that. In your ego, it feels like that rejection is actually death to you, death to your ego. Like that rejection feels so paralyzing to you, you feel like it is an actual danger, like a scorpion biting you, an actual threat, and it is not. At any time, if you are not happy with who you are expressing yourself to be out in the world, you can always change that. You can always shift that. And it is safe for you to do so. A lot of you are being asked to tap into your emotions, to your core. Don't be afraid of tapping into your emotions, getting emotional, sometimes feeling like you want to cry, like you want to be angry, or even expressing your emotions of, oh, I love this, or this makes me so happy. It's this fear of vulnerability and a fear of other people seeing you in your vulnerability. Not just, some of you feel that being seen in your light, in your happy self, is a threat, it is a danger. It is not. And some of you may be feeling this at very core wounds of you because of past lifetimes you've experienced, and there is that cellular memory within you that in this life you are working actively to reprogram. Because we no longer exist in a paradigm where it is unsafe for you to be yourself, to be in your light. If something If you feel something is very challenging that you don't see your way out of right now, or you feel like what is presented in front of you as a very great adversary, as something that is a great challenge, that is a challenge that you don't see yourself becoming victorious of, nothing is set in stone. Your mind can't comprehend how things will work out. Your mind can't comprehend an outcome, a favorable outcome sometimes. You have a hard time comprehending, and this is where that faith, you're being asked to be in your unwavering faith, because there is a change, there is something changing right now. And I feel like you're feeling this pressure of things changing, shifting in your reality. You feel that something is going to change, and that change scares you because you're afraid that it won't work out in your favor. But you are being asked to be in flow more and more and more, coming back to yourself, finding these quietude moments within yourself, within your day, within your routine, so that this clarity is able to come to you. And if not clarity, it doesn't have to be you being quiet so that clarity will come to you. That's just something that will naturally happen the more you cultivate peace within yourself. But actually the goal, the clarity will come. The things will align regardless. Have faith in that. But there's more energy being pointed towards you cultivating peace within yourself, regardless of the rocky waters that are going on. What may feel as tumultuous, rocky, something making you seasick, an energy of feeling unrestful, possibly destructive. That's your fear of it being catastrophic. Take deep breaths. I feel like you are anticipating the worst happening, and there has probably been a lot of tension going on in your reality, and tension likely probably revolved around a certain topic that you are having a hard time seeing your way around. Calm your nervous system. And if you look at your external realities, or you listen to this person or this person, especially if they are people, places, and things that appear to be your antagonists, of course, these people, places, and things will say that it is not possible for you to calm your nervous system because of this and that and this is going on, and that's going on, and that's going on, and you should be scared, and you should not be able to sleep at night, and this and this and this. And that's why it is even more important for you to calm your nervous system on your own. Stop looking for other people for approval. Sometimes you have to be comfortable with being the villain in other people's stories, even if that makes you uncomfortable, even if it goes against everything you believe to be, to represent yourself as, to who you appear to be in the world, who you identify as. If someone else's perception of you is anything other than that, that's their perception. And sometimes you're just not going to see eye to eye with people. And that is a hard reality that this is a very hard reality that we experience on this earth. Sometimes we're not going to see eye to eye with people. But as long as your values are aligned within yourself and your actions reflect that, that's what matters. You know yourself, God knows yourself. That's what matters. I do feel a heaviness, I do feel a sadness, I do feel stress, worry. Do the best that you can to shift yourself out of that energy each moment that it comes up for you. And I know that it's hard. It is hard, yes. It is very simple, but it is not easy. And that is why you are here, because you are a master soul, learning how to master these different experiences, these different games on earth, with all odds, with all seeming odds stacked up against you. You are a master soul. You're being asked to go into the void. I know this is a new moon, but for me, I'm seeing the void. Even if you go into the void and all you feel is just a tiny sliver of hope, like this tiny sliver of the moon, that is enough. That tiny sliver, that tiny glimmer of hope, that is enough. Just getting this very strong message of allowing yourself to go into the void, allowing yourself to go into the nothingness. And the nothingness, the void, is where it is the nothingness and you simultaneously have access to everything, to all. But it's also a place where when you are in the void, you are releasing attachment to everything, your attachment to your own identity, everything you know, everything you thought you've known up until this point, allowing it all to fall away, to wash away, to be cleansed. And in that brief moment that you are connected into the void, you remember your own divinity. And it's like every moment that you allow yourself to drift into that space, even if it's just for a millisecond, when you come back into yourself, you're bringing that knowledge, those codes, and it builds more and more and more and more and more over time, over your perceived time. Because of course Spirit does not care how many times you go into the void. Spirit always sees you as spirit, as divinity, divinity in form, divinity in motion. It's about your perception of it. how you wanted to perceive it. And I feel like it's the shift around remembering that you are a creator. You wanted to experience a certain reality this way. Okay, so you did. Now you're tired of this reality. So now what would you like to experience next? Okay. Go forth. Align to that energy. Attune your frequency. Make your radio station louder than others so that you know which station is yours. You feel like you're on a loop of the same thing. A loop of the same thing. Going nowhere. You feel like you are going nowhere, but there is a baking, a divine baking occurring. And you're being asked to sit with that energy. That energy you're being asked to sit with the energy of, how do I say the spirit? Of knowing that something's coming, but still living your life. Some of you may have even been doing certain things like rituals, or use words like spells, rituals, but really just you're setting your intention to have something happen or occur or release something. And I feel like because when it hasn't occurred in your reality right away, you feel like something is wrong, something is not working, and it's actually, there's a timing to this. When you put, it's like, for example, when you put the pumpkin seeds into the oven, the pumpkin seeds are not done in that moment. There's a timing at play. And in this instance, you're blind to the timing. I feel like some of you may be escaping through substances, alcohol, drinking, binge watching movies, also being on your phone a lot. It's like tuning out. But you're tuning out in a way that you're disassociating, and you're not really sitting with what's present, what's being asked to be looked at. There are real things in your life that are requiring your actual attention. And there's a lot of things that are getting your attention. They're getting more of your attention than the things that need more of your attention. And it's like your guides are communicating to you, but it's again you tuning out so much because you are overstimulated, and then you are overstimulating yourself more and more and more and more. It's creating this frenzy. I feel like you are being asked to be mindful of what you are consuming physically, energetically, emotionally. What you bring in through all of your senses. You're being asked to observe it and ask you, does it feel good to you? Do you feel that it's serving you? Do you feel that it's adding to you? Or do you feel that it's taking away from you? And whatever the answers are to that those questions, you can make adjustments accordingly. It's not about shaming yourself. It's about having the awareness, and then from that awareness, you have the choice points to make adjustments where you feel you need to, or desire to, or don't desire to. It is all your choice. What is the advice? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like you feel the energy of things shifting, but you anticipate it as it's being something bad. Like you're anticipating the worst happening, and it could be a hiccup, it could be a situation, but don't expect the worst. And if you are worried about resources, it's showing, well, one, that reminding you that you are infinitely connected. It's not even just that, oh, this is coming, this is going to work out in your favor. It's like, yes, you always have access to that. But it's what are you allowing yourself to focus on? Because there is the energy of the storm here, right? But also not everything here is the storm. But that's what she's focusing on at the moment. And it's actually in the distance, but it has her full attention right now. And she's on the edge. You're really being asked to find these moments of quietude, of silence, of disconnecting from technology is definitely what I'm seeing. Finding these ways to make cute little romantic moments in your day, I feel like is really going to help shift your energy on a day-to-day basis as you navigate these different waters that you are going through right now. All right, let's get our final advice. What is the final advice? And I know my energy has shifted greatly during this, but it is really what I'm feeling, so much seriousness and so much dread and overly consumed in the dread energy I feel someone is in, and you're really being asked to make the adjustments required to shift yourself out of it, because it's not going to be someone else doing it. It's not going to be someone else giving you good news. This is you. This is you cultivating this within yourself, because there's always going to be something out in the world. I have two cards here representing abundance, jewels. This is like wealth, but it's within yourself. Standing in your integrity, regardless of what's going on around you, as long as you are intact with your own morals, your own integrity, you can't go wrong. And you have to trust your gut instincts, trust that first feeling, that first inner knowing, and you will be able to see that you are always constantly being guided on the path most aligned for you, if you allow yourself to see it. This is so much about going inward right now. Look at these. It's in yourself. You're being asked to dive deeper into yourself. And that's where you're going to access this information that you need, that will come to you each moment you are ready and need to receive it. That is going to help you navigate around whatever this is in your life. Believe that there's something more for you, because there is. And all the things that you're wanting, there's a reason why. And that part of you, your spirit, knows that not only is this meant for you, but it's something you can experience. This is very tangible. It just requires a whole lot of faith on your part. But it's fruitful. Your future is literally fruitful, abundant, radiant. I talk about it all the time. This is about you remembering who you are, the truth of who you are. I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today and to tap into your energy. I'm sending you my love. I'm wishing you all of the best. I'm praying for you, rooting for you. And until next time, I will see you guys later.